How to program to write a dispenser program. First, open the computer. This is the machine's computer switch. After entering your computer's Win operating system, open the software. Double-click the shortcut or right-click to open this software for the support of Chinese and English. Video teaching, switch to Chinese. When you are actually operating the machine, please follow the video instructions. Upon entering the system, the machine will alarm. Then click back to the origin. At this point, the X, Y, Z axis of the machine will return to the home position. After the machine returns to its original position, we can manually push the PCB inside the machine. PCB should not be placed on top of the cylinder. There will be a PCB blocking the cylinder here. Click to open, then click send. Wait for the PCB to reach the blocking cylinder position. After reaching the cylinder position, then click on PCB to lift up. Once completed, we can start making programs. This opens an existing program file. Let's open it and see. The programs we have completed are placed here. Create a new program here. We enlarge this software window. Enlarge the window. When creating a new program, we need to log in as a user. Select Administrator Rights. Enter the administrator's password. The administrator password is 12,345,678. Username is admin. Click OK. First click on Home, then click on Edit, and we'll start programming. Click on this third setting. A window will pop up here. Click to select the first. After selecting the first one, right-click. Click New Program. Program name must be English or numbers. No other characters are allowed. I just randomly filled in the program name. Click OK. The software will automatically generate an engineering view, a working view, and a tracking view. First, we need to create 2 new PCB marking points. New mark points can be created in the working view or in the track view. Mainly check which one your PCB is suitable for. If the PCB is complete and not separated, create a marking point in the working view. In the work view, click Add Item. Select Mark and click OK. The Mark Editing window pops up. 2 Mark Editing windows are displayed here. Then open the Manual Moving window. Open the camera again. Then click on the light source. Click Move to open. At this time, you can use the arrow keys on the keyboard to move the dispensing head. You can also use your mouse to click on the camera window to move it. PCB mark point, you need to select the diagonal position upper left and lower right. We look for the marking point. When the mouse moves over the camera window, the cursor displays the character. We use the mouse to directly click the marked point. Like this standard marking point. We placed the mark at the center. It is best to choose a circular marking point. Let's introduce the manual control window. The left arrow key is for X and Y axis movement. The right arrow key is for Z axis movement. When moving the Z axis, you need to pay attention to the moving speed or moving distance. When moving the X, Y, and Z axes, be sure to pay attention to safety and check whether they are in a safe state to prevent collisions. These 2 are PCB conveyors. When the Z axis moves downward, it is best to set the speed to the slowest. There are 3 options below to modify this. Let's demonstrate it. X-axis to the right. X-axis to the left. Y-axis forward. Y-axis backward. We can also click the target position of the window with the mouse. You can click the target location at will in the window. When we click on the Z-axis, we need to pay attention to the height of the workhead. When the Z-axis working stroke is out of range or unsafe, the machine will sound an alarm. If it exceeds the travel range, move in the opposite direction. We click and check the real-time position of the workhead. When you click different keys, the current movement axis will be displayed here. U1 is for transmission. Okay, let's continue editing the marked points. Move to this marked point. Then adjust the size of the marking point. Style circle size reduced. The size of the circle, just wrapped marks. Then, we can debug the search range, brightness, contrast, search method, etc. of the marked points. After debugging, click Set, and green means success. Click OK and then Apply. It is best to set the circle size slightly larger than the mark point size. When we click to set the mark, a green window appears with a small dot. It means that the machine recognizes this marking point. The first marker was edited successfully. Click the second mark point, then search for the mark. Move to the center of the marked point and edit the second marked point parameters. Debug the size of the mark point. The size of the circle is slightly larger than the mark. If the mark is too dim, we can adjust the brightness and contrast of the light source. Then click Set Mark Point, then click OK, Mark to set successfully. Finally, click Mark to apply. We can test whether it is successful. Click the first marker and then click Move to Marker Location. Then click on the recognition mark. It means whether the recognition is successful. The second mark is also tested in the same way. Move to the mark first, then identify whether the mark is successful. This is the programming method of marking points. After confirming that there are no problems, click Apply. 2 mark points and it's done. If you need to modify the marking point, you can open it here. This is the mark you just made. Coordinates and other information are displayed here. If you need to modify it, double-click this to reopen the marked window. Next, we make the working trajectory of the dispensing head. Click on the program name in Track View. Then select Append Items in Track View. Click Add Item, then click Function Item. Click OK. There are options for single point, line drawing, circle drawing, etc. Normally, we select the point option. After selecting the single point, we move to the dispensing location. Find the location where glue needs to be sprayed. Move to the center of the circle. For easier observation and more accuracy, set the circle size to be the same as the actual circle size. Set the circle and size. After setting the corresponding value, click anywhere else to check if the circle size changes. If the size is not correct, please continue to modify the size parameters. Let's set it to 1.5 to check if it is appropriate. Close the window if there are no problems. Click Enter with the mouse to spray a glue dot at that position. Or pressing the Enter key on the keyboard is the same, both of which set a glue spray point. Press once, the machine will spray one glue point. If the glue spraying position is regular, we can choose the matrix settings. If the glue spraying position is irregular, we can only press the Enter key at each glue spraying point. The glue spraying position is regular, choose this. Now, let's introduce how to make each point. After manually moving to the target glue spraying point, press the Enter key. Then continue to find the next glue spraying point location. Move to the center of the circle and press Enter. Press the Enter key once to create a glue spraying position. The glue spraying position is set in sequence, and the position of each glue spraying point should be made in sequence from bottom to top or from top to bottom. In the order of arrangement, you cannot jump to other positions. Manually move to the target dispensing point and press the Enter key once. Setting each dispensing point. The glue spray point here is done. Then make glue spray points on the other side. Made in the same way. After completing these two glue spraying points, we will introduce how to set up batches of glue spraying points in matrices. After these two glue spray points are created successfully, if you need to complete the glue spraying points in matrix batches, select these two glue spraying points. Select two glue points. Select the target with the mouse or use Ctrl+ on the keyboard. After selecting, click Matrix Settings. Click the starting point location coordinates. Click to pick the starting point reference coordinates. Go stands for mobile. Then move manually to the corresponding last end position. Then click the coordinates of the endpoint. This means setting the glue spraying point within this range. Select the required glue spraying point, then we need to set a starting point coordinates, and then set a corresponding endpoint coordinates. Once that was done, we started splitting it into equal parts. Then select these options. Then select the number of copies rows or columns. Then enter the corresponding parameters. This is 8 rows and 1 column. Select the glue spraying point and place 8 PCs, 1 column containing the current quantity. Click OK, and the batch setting of glue spraying points is completed. It is important to note that all of these need to be selected. Then click Cancel. If you click OK again, the software will generate batch glue spray points again. Let's check whether the glue spraying point coordinates we set are correct. Select the glue point and click to move it to the coordinate position. The left side is to check up or down. We check the glue spray points one by one to see if there is any offset problem. If there is no offset problem, it means that there is no problem with the matrix setting parameters we set. We continue to set up the matrix and complete all the glue spray points on the PCB. Select a glue point, then right-click and choose Select All. Or use the mouse to drag and select all the glue points. Select all the glue points and then make the matrix settings. If the marking point is selected, you give up the marking. Because it is a marking point, not a glue spray point. Or if a certain glue spraying point is not needed, it can be abandoned. If dispensing is performed on a single product, there will be a marked option parameter. Because our current light strip products are complete and not separated, there is no need to set marking points for each PCB separately. We continue with the previous operation and select all the glue spray points. Pay attention to this glue spraying point and find the starting point coordinate position. Once all are selected, click Matrix Settings. Click to pick the current starting point coordinates. Press the left arrow key on the keyboard to move to the end coordinate position of the second column. Click the target coordinates. It has just been selected, so we don't need to modify it. We modify this and enter 1 row and 2 columns. Click OK. If the glue point is already displayed, do not click OK again. Complete other glue spraying points in the same way. We continue to move left manually. Move to the corresponding target coordinate point in the next column. Don't click anything else, we only click the target coordinate position. Do not modify any of these parameters and click OK. You see all the glue spray points are generated again. Continue the same operation method to complete the glue spraying points at the back. Find the corresponding target coordinate position in the next column. Click to pick the target coordinate location, then click OK again. The glue points just generated are shown here. Continue to complete the other glue spots in the same way. Move to the coordinate position of the target point, and then click to pick up the coordinates of the current target, then click OK. Continue moving backwards. In the same way, pick the target point coordinates and click OK. Continue in this way until the dispensing head reaches the limited position of the machine and cannot move. Because the spacing is not equal, you need to go to the matrix column by column. If the spacing is the same, find the last target point and directly enter the corresponding matrix number. The setting is complete. I won't demonstrate it here. If you have completed all the glue points, then click Cancel. Then select all the glue spraying points and set the working height of the glue dispensing head. Click Select All. Then click Edit Item. Then select the parameters and click OK. Then we set the Z-axis descent height. If you don't know how high to drop, we use the mouse to click on the Z-axis to move downwards. Note, move downwards slowly. The lower the dispensing head is, the better, but a safe dispensing height must be ensured to avoid collisions. Click to pick up the current Z-axis descent height. The -41 point for 1 mm height here is the height of the Z-axis descent. If you know the current altitude, you can also enter the target parameters manually. Then click Edit. Modified the working height of all glue spraying points. If all your products are the same, you can just enter the drop height parameter next time. This means that next time you select all the glue points, edit them, and manually enter the height of -41. This will omit the step of picking the height. There is another parameter that needs to be modified, which we call flying dispensing, also known as high-speed dispensing. Here's how to open. We open the work view and click on the program name. In the second working view, click the program name. Double-click this in the working view. After double-clicking, a window will pop up with a flying dispensing option. After we select this, the window will close automatically. If you need to open the window just now, you need to double-click the name. The video forgot to introduce a very important parameter setting, which will be introduced later. Please continue watching. The dispensing procedure is basically completed, and then we will test it. The program is complete, and we start testing. Check whether there are any obstacles in the area where the working head moves inside the dispensing machine. Turn on the glue heating switch. Let's test the dispensing of the working head. We first tested the dispensing, the main purpose of which was to debug the offset of the flying dispensing. If the flying dispensing method is used, the newly created program needs to debug the offset. After debugging the offset, you will not need to debug the offset when opening the program in the future. It is only when creating a program that the debug offset is required. Then, we click Reset, and then click back to Origin X, Y. Z-axis returns to 0 position. At this time, the machine working head starts to move. Please pay attention to safety. Because this is UV glue, we set the temperature to 55 degrees. When the machine is heated to 55 degrees, we start the dispensing test. Select Test, which means the conveyor belt is not running and only the working head can dispense glue. If a PCB is currently clamped, you do not need to select the test run. Whether you choose it or not, the effect is the same. We wait for the glue to heat up to the temperature we need. If it is a new machine or the dispensing valve is removed for cleaning, we need to calibrate the working head after installing the dispensing valve. We can click this calibration button to calibrate the workhead. This calibration is to calibrate the position of the dispensing valve and the camera. Click Go and the working head will automatically move to the calibration platform position. Click to calibrate. If the dispensing valve does not eject glue, it may be that our incoming air pressure is set to low. If the dispensing valve does not eject glue, it may be that our incoming air pressure is set to low. Adjust the air pressure to the target value. After clicking Calibrate, the camera moves to the glue point. We check if there is any offset. If there is an offset, we click on the center of the glue point, then click Calculate. We click on the center of the glue and then click on Calculate, then click OK. We can check and correct repeatedly until there is no offset problem. Before calibration, we wipe off the glue to ensure the platform is clean. Assuming that there is an offset problem with this glue dot, we must click the center of the glue dot and then click Calculate. Clicking Calculate means correcting the offset. Finally, click OK. We can check again. You see, there is no problem after checking again, which means we succeeded. Then close the window. Let's check the movement speed of the dispensing head to see if it needs to be modified. Click on the project view. Double-click the name to open the window. Modify the first working speed. We set the speed to be slower. We lowered the speed to 300. Then, click OK. Then, click Save. Click OK. Then, we click the Start Run switch. Why does the glue not continue to be dispensed after the mark is recognized? I have explained before that this problem occurs because a parameter is not set. Click the Machine Reset button. This question has not been corrected and the same problem still exists. The problem is happening here. When we are programming, the last glue spraying point of each column needs to be set individually, and we have to choose group settings. So now we select the last point in each column to set. We select the last point from bottom to top and the last point from top to bottom. Please check how it is selected. We choose them. Hold down the Ctrl key and click the desired glue point. To solve this problem, we can actually modify the last glue spraying point when setting the matrix. After selecting the dispensing point, click Edit Item. Click to select it, then click Edit. Click Modify Group and the window will close automatically. After the modification, we conducted a dispensing test and click Run. We stopped the machine and checked whether the glue spraying point was offset. As mentioned before, when you create a new program for the first time, there is an offset and we need to debug the offset. Because we use flying dispensing, this problem will occur. In the track view, select the glue spraying point in the middle area. Why choose the middle position? Because the speed in the middle is relatively uniform. Then, select targeting. After the machine moves to the point you are positioned, then click on the work view. Then click to lift up the PCB so that the image is clear. In the work view, then select here and double-click the name. First, we select the target glue spraying point. First, we select the target glue spraying point and click on the benchmark. Then we select the actual glue spraying point and click on the calibration. Please watch the mouse in action. You see, after calibration, the machine gives the value. The same operation is done on the left side. First, select the target glue point, click in the center of the circle, and then click the reference. Then select the actual glue point, click in the center of the circle, click Calibrate, and calculate the offset value. Click the center of the circle and click the reference. Move to the center of the actual glue point, then click Calibrate. The machine automatically corrects the offset of 1.6 to 3. Please continue to watch how it is corrected. Move to the center of the target point circle, click the reference, then move to the actual glue point position, and click Calibrate. Then it's done. After modification, click OK to save. We wipe the glue on the PCB and check the offset of the glue dispensing position again. Then click Run. The machine working head will move. Please pay attention to safety. We stopped the machine and checked the position of the glue spray points. You see, the dispensing position is very accurate, without any offset issues. Next, we can start spraying glue on all PCBs. This video introduces how to program a dispensing machine. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us.